Hi, good morning, second grade. Hip hip hooray, it's Friday. In today's morning message, I have some really exciting news to share with you. So make sure you watch the whole video. Today, I want it to be book sharing day. So today for sharing, I want you to share your most favorite book that you've read or maybe one that you want to read. So today for sharing, post that in the stream what your favorite book is. So I'm going to share with you my favorite book. I read this when I was actually in second grade. It's called The Secret Garden, and it's about this girl named Mary Lennox, and she is about 10 years old, and she lives in India, and she's very wealthy, which means that her mom and her dad have a lot of money, and she's kind of spoiled, and she's kind of snotty, and she's not kind to anybody. She's kind of not a nice girl. And what happens in the story is the rest of her family gets really sick and they pass away. And so she's left an orphan all by herself. So she gets sent to live with her uncle in Yorkshire. His name is Archibald Craven, and he lives in this huge house. It's called Misselthwaite Manor. And there's 100 rooms in this house. And she gets there, excuse me, she gets there and she meets this really nice lady that's she's kind of like a maid or a servant, and her name's Martha. And Martha tells her that there's a secret garden, and that when her uncle's wife died, the uncle locked up the garden and he buried the key. So Mary, she gets really, really curious about this secret garden. And so she goes out, and as she's running and racing outside, she gets even more curious about this garden. So, with the help of a friendly gardener, someone that takes care of the garden, named Ben, and a robin, like a bird, she finds the key and she opens the garden. And she starts taking care of the garden. Now, while all this is happening, she keeps hearing cries, like someone crying, like a boy crying. And she gets very, very curious. And so again, she starts going exploring. And she eventually finds this boy named um, Colin. And Colin is her uncle's son. And he was born with kind of a hunchback. And so they thought he would never walk. So he lives kind of far in one of the faraway rooms. And he's really rude. He's unkind. He screams at the servants. And he says he's never going to walk. And he's really, really, really grumpy. So Mary finds this friend named Dickon right here who can talk to animals and like charm animals. So Mary and Dickon decide that they are going to take Colin outside into this secret garden, and they're going to see if they can fix kind of his attitude and see if he can walk. So if you want a really good book, this is one of my very, very, very favorite books to read. Okay, now here, drum roll please. Here is the exciting news. So next week, I kind of drew you a little picture. This is in the purple. Next week will be our last week of spelling and math. So you only have today's spelling and math, and then next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday spelling and math. And that's the last time in second grade that we're going to be doing spelling and math. And then there's one more week at the end of April, and you're still going to have assignments on Google Classrooms, but no spelling and math. And then this very last week right here, this is May. And what I'm going to do in May is I'm going to bring you around an art packet. And in the art packet, you will have some pin art, some of those little tissue papers that we use with glue. I'll bring you some new glue, some fastener crafts, and you can do arts and crafts the whole month of May. You can go on field trips with your family. You can read. There won't be any Google Classroom assignments in May, but if you'd like to take a picture and share with the class the art projects that you're doing, that would be great. So I'm super excited. Next week, again, last week of spelling and math, And the end of April, there will be no spelling and math. And then in May, you get to do art and free time and explore with your family. So I'm excited about that. Work hard, second grade. 2 more weeks of work. We can do it. I love you. Bye.